Hi, everyone. It's Aldo with Bears Girl. This is our second attempt at doing this video. We had an audio problem with the first version. I want to begin by issuing a apology to Bears Girl publicly. I've already talked to her with her a couple of times, and I've apologized to her privately, and she's graciously accepted my apologies. What happened at Bears Barroom, and in particular the Bears 100 Proof Show, where unkind things were said about Bears Girl, that was all my fault. I am the president of Bears Barroom, and I allowed those things to get out publicly, and that should have never happened. I am fully accountable for that, and I'll have more to say about that in a little while. But first, I want to turn it over to Bears Girl.
So yeah, Aldo and I have been talking, I guess, since this all went down Friday, and trying to find a way to put a stop to all of this. Unfortunately, Twitter being the beast that it is, this is still perpetuating, and there are even more people jumping in and more people jumping in with their opinions and their perspectives on things that they don't actually know about. What I'm asking everyone to do is stop. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than just Aldo and I. There are lots of people that have been impacted by this, lots of people that have been hurt, lots of people who've been attacked. And it needs to stop, and it needs to stop today. And the reason I'm recording this video with Aldo is because I believe it needs to come from both of us. If it was just a Bears Barroom video, then there'd be people saying, oh, whatever, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And if it's just a video from me, then people who don't like me would be saying the same thing. But we're doing this together because there's power in that. There's a lot of pain underneath everything that's been said. And it's deeper than a couple of comments and rumors and names, but it has to stop. So if you're in a thread right now as you're watching this, jump out. If you have an issue with someone, reach out. I know I have hurt people, and I hope I've been able to reach out to everyone that I have in the past. And if I haven't, because somehow it slipped my mind, I'm sorry. Please reach out to me. My DMs are open. DM me, tweet at me, and I'll get in touch with you. If you've hurt someone, I encourage you to reach out to them privately and have a conversation about that and move forward. If you need help having that conversation because you're blocked and I can be a bridge or somehow extend a hand to make that connection, I am more than happy to do that. That's actually how Aaron Lemming and I even were able to connect, was through a third party who connected us, because I couldn't actually reach out to Aaron directly because he had blocked me in the past. But I'm asking all of you today, watching this and reading this, to just please stop the attacks and let's just get back to what's important.
I couldn't have said it any better. And again, I want to publicly apologize to Bears Girl. What transpired was totally my fault. I am the editor and president, and when those comments went out, I made the decision to let those out. And I am deeply sorry to her and to anyone else that was hurt by those comments. Bears Barroom started off with the intention of simply entertaining people, and I let the culture of Bears 100 Proof get out of hand. I can tell you now that we are working on a code of conduct for Bears 100 Proof and all of the programming on Bears Barroom Radio. There will be changes in management. I will be slowly easing out of my role and of being in charge of editorial content. We will make those announcements soon because I believe that I have to be held accountable for what transpired. I do. And I ask that all of the people involved in Bears Twitter to be better than me. Don't do what I did, which was to participate, condone harsh language, unjustified accusations, and Bears Girl hits it on the head. Let's talk more one-on-one. Let's not broadcast grievances without having first addressed an issue with somebody else, because that's where confusion and sometimes accusations that aren't true get out there. So let's all band together, and I'll let Bears Girl have the final word here.
At my office, we implemented an idea because there's a lot of passionate people in designs and in product development, and a lot of ideas being brought to the table constantly. And in every meeting room, there's a sign that says "Challenge the idea, not the person." And I'm going to ask all of Bears Twitter, myself included, to do that. Someone has a hot take. Someone has a stupid tweet. If someone likes a specific player that you think is absolutely shit, challenge the idea, not the person. Don't bring their race into it. Don't bring their gender or their sex into it. Don't bring their family into it. Don't bring anything personal to that conversation. Just challenge the idea that they think Cody Parkey should be back kicking footballs, because that's a really stupid fucking idea. You weren't at Bears 100, Aldo, but I was. And I remember the feeling of walking in there, and I remember what it was like to be surrounded by Bears fans who literally were all united. Everyone was there for the same reason, the Bears. And believe it or not, despite all of our differences, there is one thing that unites us, and that's the Bears. We don't all have to like each other, but we have to respect each other. It'd be really boring if everyone had the same idea and the same tweet, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 of us were all saying the same thing on our timelines every day. But respect people and challenge their ideas, not who they are. I want to wake up and open Bears Twitter and feel the same excitement that I felt when I was at Club Dub on that Friday opening night, where people are talking about this amazing team, this amazing season. It's Bears 100, for fuck's sakes. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to putting out good Bears content. Let's get back out to challenging the beat writers who sometimes drop lazy stories instead of each other. Let's get back to being Bears fans first, and saving our attacks for the Lions, the Vikings, and oh yeah, the Packers. So with that, stop the attacks on each other, stop making things personal, and stop hurting people because they hurt you. Bear down.
Bear down.